Hello, Music Multiverse listeners, and welcome back to Beyond Your Radio. And this is Keep It Dark. The horrors of reality are proof of your existence. We return to black metal side of music for a lesson told by a sudden formation. This formation, born of the usual mash of metal and darkness, hell, when they recorded the album in a 5-day unplanned session, it was more than pitch black out, and it was in the near freezing temperature levels. That quote was provided, but in actuality, this debut album definitely is gripping onto this notion with 6 hands and 4 feet. The Finnish trio delivers not only the horrific in the scream, growl intensity, but with cavernous arrangements that intensify and horrify inequality, but never losing the sense of life's existence and that push against it to somehow survive. And that is the honest and true proof of existence here from Void of Hope's release here under the always intense avant-garde music label. This is 6 dedicated and very linked tracks that have darkly managed ebb and flow or ebb and riff, but also equally dark tranquility and spacious eeriness that elevates the music sometimes into a relentless composition. When I said 6 feet, I was going to put only 2 feet. But the punishment at the drummer's pace and panic is equaled probably by the foot pedaling of the guitarist in the session. The hollow hymn is at the near midpoint. It's 11 minutes and 11 seconds of true black metal masterpiece. Even in the final minutes where it finds itself and final groove and falling action, it is tremendously played, holding on for dear life. And this is what you are doing for the entire record. And that's not a discouraging thing. In fact, it's harrowing. In fact, what's even great about it is when that ends, another horror begins, and the animalistic, unchained human going off the dark rails in an inaudible moment of low-key, dramatic, nearly monotone piano interlude, and that's called Inner Peace.
Nothing will ever be fine. Everything will be fine. Nothing will ever be fine.
If that's peace, you know it's falling under the sarcastic or sardonic realm, just like the title track that actually started this record, which was called Gift of Life. Yeah, Jesus. Thanks for that one, right? So why this kind of music? First of all, if you're not impressed by the drumming, it would boggle my mind. It is relentless. And it is more physically delivering the whim of the band above the screams and that monstrous growl and the raging riffs. You take the trip because while the despair is mood, rage is mighty. And while it might seem all void of hope, you're fallen into like a music cavern that has very inviting sounds, use of instruments, and a consciousness that knows that horror isn't always in an image. It can come from sound and all kinds of dark sounds. They have captured that, and of course, then some. and they do not send you off with a cure and all kinds of clouds hanging over you of contemplation. Can you fight this forever? Can you find hope in the darkness? TETL is the price we pay as the issues that plague us in stress, mental misshapenness, and depression as it turns to a point of rage. This is off the rails and intentionally so. And the vocal here and the pace is just absolutely monstrous. It's tormented, it's impatient, and in most cases, it is inaudible. But there is a return again and again to despair, which they play differently. And it's like the uniqueness of it. It's like it's the breath, that they're taking or beginning to take, or trying to find some way to bury it all or to absorb it all. And you feel it, and it has its place. And whether this is one and done for this band and the instruments are dropped to the floor and they walk away from this, the black despair, the mental health issues and anguish, leaving only this musical moment, hoping for it not to follow them home or take control or hold them down, that breath being taken so desperately, unevenly, is lightened memory brought about by keeping it dark. The album released in January and is available on Bandcamp now. I want to thank our friends at Avant-Garde Metal and Marco Virgilio from Metaversus PR for sending this. While it took me time to weave into the despair, it was very impressive finished product from start to finish. I appreciate you taking this journey of sound with me. I know it's not easy. You're not alone. I know why you're here. It's interesting what you hear, you heard, or what you thought you heard. I'll see you next time for more from the dark side of music. We're on the web at beyondyourradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course, articles, videos, podcasts coming in April. It's all about albums, bands, artists, anything we can get our hands on. Go Beyond Your Radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Thank you for watching and happy listening.